All right, let's jump in and take a little look at what's been going on in the real estate market in the Niagara region and the Hamilton region, respectively. So, what we're seeing for the most part is that the months of price decreases that we were seeing have finally stopped. And we're kind of leveling out in prices and even rebounding a little bit depending on what market that you're looking at, which is different even when we compare the Niagara region to the Hamilton region. For both regions, the days of the lowest prices are now behind us. And Hamilton specifically has really started to take off a little bit more. It's starting to thaw out a little bit quicker and starting to move up in prices just a little bit quicker is what we're seeing in Niagara, which is where things are a little bit slower. The trend, yes, is starting to inch upwards, but it's not happening as quickly as other areas like Hamilton and other kind of markets in southwestern Ontario. So as we move into the spring market, we're really starting to see some of the prices thaw out. And just depending on where you live, that could be either a faster thaw with prices jumping up a little bit quicker, or a slower one like in Niagara, where it's just a little bit more steady across months to months. So who's bucking this trend, and what communities can you look at where the numbers are just a little bit different? Well, there's definitely examples across Hamilton and Niagara, but let's look at some of the ones in Hamilton first. So while I mentioned that prices are starting to rebound in Hamilton, if you are looking to buy an apartment across the region, it's actually a really good time. The prices of apartments in the Hamilton region have still yet to hit their bottom. They're still decreasing. Now, whether that bottom is this month or next month, we don't know, but the numbers are letting us know that prices are still coming down. They haven't reached that low point yet. And opposite to that, there are certain areas of the region that are really outperforming the current trend. And if we look at the numbers in Hamilton Center for detached homes, it's booming. It is outpacing the current trend by quite a significant margin. When you're looking at a 15% increase versus this time 3 months ago, that's pretty significant. So there's a really good value if you are a homeowner in the Hamilton Center. Yeah, you're looking pretty good. And if we quickly flip over and look at some of the things that are happening in Niagara, there are a few key areas that I'm seeing different things happening rather than this kind of like slow and steady thaw that is happening in the region in general. So let's zoom in and look at Lincoln. So the communities of Beamsville, Vineland, and Jordan. So in this area, again, kind of like the apartments in Hamilton, they haven't hit the bottom. So this whole area, prices are still going down. So it is a tremendous value when it comes to shopping for a home right now in those areas specifically. And on the flip side of that, if we're looking for an area where we saw the most amount of growth month to month or over the last little while, when you start to look at the condos and the apartment buildings that have been sold in Niagara on the Lake, we have actually seen a big jump in the value of those or the price of those from month to month. In fact, it's actually the biggest jump of any category in any area of the region. So when you look at condos, townhomes, detached homes out of any area in the region, the apartments and condos in Niagara on the Lake have actually seen the biggest jump out of all of that. So what's some of the advice that I have based on the numbers that we're seeing from the latest market data? Well, for one, if you're looking to buy an apartment in Hamilton, now is a very, very good time. But for townhomes and detached homes in the Hamilton region, the time of the lowest prices are unfortunately behind us. And as we move into the spring, it's actually going to be a pretty good time for sellers to get their house on the market because of the increased activity. And we're seeing that rebound in prices. So you're going to get a pretty good value for your home if you've been waiting over the winter time in order to put it up for sale. That time that you've waited is definitely going to pay off. And for Niagara, it's generally a pretty good time to buy, especially if you're looking to get into the communities of Beamsville, Vineland, or Jordan. But what could be really great for you is if you're looking to relocate to the Niagara region. Because it's lagging behind, if you need to sell a property in a different market and then buy something in Niagara, now's an excellent time to do that because the prices are still lagging behind in the Niagara region, and prices in other communities and other regions are rebounding a little bit quicker. They're a higher value. So it's a good time to take advantage of that for sure if you can make the move now. But if you are looking to sell your home in Niagara region and stay within the region, like say that you're selling your home in St. Catharines and want to move to Niagara on the Lake, maybe something that you can do is in your offer that you're going to put in, have a really long closing date. If you put a closing date that's 4 months from now, then likely when you have to go and sell your house in a couple months, then there might be more advantageous prices for you. But if we zoom back out and kind of look at the Niagara region as a whole and then the Hamilton region as a whole, basically what I'm seeing is that it's a great time to buy still in the Niagara region, and it's becoming a great time to sell in the Hamilton region. So hopefully that was helpful to you and made some sense of the current numbers that we're seeing and where we are currently in the market. If there's anything that you need clarification on or you'd just like to ask a little bit more about, you can feel free to reach me anytime. My information will be below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.